There it goes. Okay, boom. We're gonna say multiple people can share. All right, good.
Hey, Joe.
Yep, you on?
Yeah, well, can you text me that Zoom link?
Okay,
Because I'm not gonna be able to do it on my laptop if we move over.
sorry about that. All right. All right, so you guys here. Sorry about all this stuff. I'm gonna text the Zoom link over to. Copy link. All right. So here we go. Hey Vince.
What's going on?
Hey, what do you see on your screen?
Your screen.
Okay, you do see the screen. Okay, good. Let me see if I can go into. I want to let's go Sunbelt. Boom. Do you see Sunbelt on the cover? I mean on the screen?
No.
Okay. I'll get that over here. Let me come back over here. Boom. And then we're gonna go my Zoom link is right here. All right, good. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us on. Good stuff. And now I'm going to change my screen though. Let's see if I want to look at this screen right here. This is what, so now we all see Sunbelt, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. 6 of us on. Let me just kind of forward this over to DD as well. I was misspelling her name in the email. My bad, DD. All right. My bad, DD. Copy. I thought. Then when I sign in, this is like this the website though. It's a Sunbelt Title Agency. Let me log in. That's DD there. She has a tab called marketing. I'm gonna also email this to her. My bad, I apologize, but we're good now. All right, okay. Here we go. Let me see how many people, 5 of us, 6 of us. Chat box. Oops. Tosha. All right. Let's get this going. DD will be jumping in here any minute. I'll be pros. Yeah, I'll show you some stuff though while we're up here. This is what I use to find get leads. Have you guys used Red X? This is also something that I use. This kind of. Why do I always forget my damn password? That's okay, great. Mhm. Where's yes. Oh man. 7 people. Okay. We're all let's see who's in here right now. All right. We got Joe, we got Angela, we got Denise, we got Mike, Torsha, Vincent. We're just waiting. DD will be jumping on any minute here. I appreciate you guys' patience. Let me go into. Well, if I remember my password, I'd be showing you how I get phone numbers as well, right? But she'll be on. She's gonna be showing us her system, which when she showed it to me, it blew my mind, and I was like, "Oh man, people are sleeping on this for sure." Mike, Angela, Denise, Vincent. See what's happening here. Sunbelt. All right, logging in. There you go. On Zoom, all right? Okay, you should be able to share the screen. I have it on the page though. Thanks. I see you. I think you're there. You go, Didi. All right, so we can talk through the screen. All right. So I'm gonna take the mute button off. Where's Didi at? Unmute, please. You can click unmute, Didi.
Hello,
There it goes. How's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing awesome, doing awesome. We have several people on today. We have Denise Hall, we have Angela, Melissa, Mike, Torsha, and Vincent. We had Anna in there as well. So I'm going to stop my share screen, and then you should be able to share on your end. You know how to, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
I'll press stop right now on mine.
All right, perfect. Excellent. 1 second, because I gotta go into logging in. Okay, everybody. So I'm not sure if you all have had the experience or had access to farming electronically. I'm sure you farmed in other ways through like your CRMs, through MLS or RPR. But Sunbelt has this wonderful software called Live Farm Pro, which will allow you as agents to be able to farm in areas that you're looking to expand your business into, or maybe you're looking to farm for a buyer that you're working with because the inventory is low, but they have their heart set on living in a certain neighborhood. And so you want to farm based off of the property that they may have just lost and see what might be available off market. Or maybe you'd like to farm in an area that you have recently listed a property and you'd like to share that with those neighbors and get potential opportunities with those off markets and capture new listing opportunities. I know Joe and I have trained on this and you've seen the benefits of it, which is why you guys are all on this call today. So I want to say thank you to Joe for including you in this opportunity. I'm going to log into our software. After the call, I will give you my email address. And if it's something that you feel that you think will be an added value to your 2023 business plan, I am happy to give you the access so that you can start utilizing this data and growing your business. So I'm going to log in real quick and you'll see that I have a lot of farms on my farm manager. That is because I work with a lot of different agents and do a lot of training, but I'm not really actively farming anything. I just play in it a lot. So this here is the initial sign in screen for the farm software. What you're going to want to focus on primarily.
Didi?
Yeah.
We have a quick question. Someone is saying that they're experiencing echo. Is that I'm gonna be the only one? I'm muting my mic. You should be the only one not unmuted or whatnot, right?
I'm not hearing myself talk, so I don't know if I don't know if there's an echo, but let me know if it continues.
Okay, thank you. I hear you clearly though. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So here on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see I'm circling. This is pretty much going to be like your toolbar so that you can access the different resources that you're going to have for extra data. But the most important part for right now is down at the bottom, this help section. I'm going to give you enough information to kind of overwhelm you a little bit, but this help section will be a great resource for you to do some self-directed inquiries for training if you want them. The software developers have been very, very helpful with webinars, and they've recorded these webinars that they've had so that you have an entire library in here of being able to watch these quick tutorials so that you can get a refresher or be able to get more specific questions answered on how to access or utilize the software in what you want to apply. So there's mail merger for letters. They have like their own internal sort of CRM system, which is over here in the marketing section in the left of the toolbar. And I'll show you where that is and what it does in a little bit. But this is just some self-directed tutorials to help you better navigate and access and utilize the software more efficiently. And I highly encourage it. They are super wonderful and have a great support team as well. So if you're running into trouble, you can't get a hold of me, you can contact customer service at this number here, or you can create a help desk ticket, and they are very responsive. Just keep in mind that they are in California, so there is a 3-hour delay. So like right now, they're still sleeping because it's 6:45. But if you're doing things later in the afternoon, then you need to speak with them. More than welcome to call them. Otherwise, I would create a help desk ticket so that you can go about your morning and then they will respond to you when they get into the office. They do have live webinars that they offer. And if you click on the webinar tab at the bottom, if there is a webinar that's coming up, it would tell you down here that they're going to have a live webinar in 15 minutes here, and you can register if you wish to participate in that. And then videos, they do have some YouTube videos, which are a little bit longer that you can watch, and they answer things in regards to some commonly asked questions, but are a little deeper in their explanations and very helpful as well. The FAQ section in your help tab gives you some information for you to get some quick questions answered. And also what we're going to be providing you today is free information. However, they do have premium services that you can utilize, and those are outlined here. Or if you try to access something, it will tell you that it's a premium service, and you can come to the FAQ section so that you can see what that cost would be. So all depends on how you want to utilize this in your business plan and what information that you're looking for. You can see here like notice of defaults, notice of trusts. If you want information regarding divorces, marriages, deaths, those things are available. And if they are applicable to your farms, you will be able to have access to that information. And there's different levels of monthly services. But now I'm going to hop back over to profile, which is the screen that we would log into. The profile screen allows you to search properties based off of address, APN, owner name, or trust name. Most people, there's errors in spellings of the owner's name, the trust, or maybe a transposition of the APN number. So the most commonly way to search a profile to create a radius search is based off of address. So I'm going to just type an address in here, just so that you can see that it will, if you start typing in, it will pull up the address for the different properties that fall with 1406 in the Florida market. So I'm just going to pick this 1460 Kensington Woods Drive. I have no idea who they are. So this is just random, but what it will show you if you scroll down, they have this property profile screen. And this is very interesting because this will give you kind of like in our world as a title company, what your previous history is on the property. So it shows you who the owner is. It shows you the site address and mailing address, the APN number. It also gives you the legal description, characteristics of the property. Now I know in like Pasco and Pinellas, the tax records don't show bedrooms. Sometimes they don't show bathrooms, but in Hillsborough it does. So it will show you the property characteristics, including beds and baths as well. So if you're doing like a search based off of bedrooms and baths and trying to consolidate a search, then sorry about that, then you'll see how you can condense your farm. And you'll see here we have on this property here, you can see that the property was sold and it was refinanced multiple times. And you'll be able to see that the seller back in 2021 was Sherry Smith to Ruth Solomon, what they purchased the property for. Then you'll see that they have refinanced their property. They have probably an equity line on their property. So what this is good for you guys is if you want to kind of see the history. Also, if you're using it to work with a buyer, you'll be able to see what your seller information is, or if you're doing it for a listing, if they had a VA loan or an FHA loan, that could be very helpful for you in learning how you want to go in and approach your marketing appointment with them. Because as you know, VAs and FHAs are assumable mortgages. So that might be a great approach to listing your home and marketing it in a market where interest rates, as you know, are at 7%. They may have like an interest rate of 3.5%. So that could be increased property traffic at open houses and showings. So you'll see that this has been a property that's been owned for a long time, many years. So there's quite a history of ownership. But as we get down to the bottom of the screen, this here shows you comparable data sales. So down below, you'll be able to see recent sales within this neighborhood. That might be helpful for you in determining like where you'd like to be for listing, or compare against the data that you have in the MLS. Maybe you're seeing this property here and it's not showing current in MLS because it was such a recent sale, but you might be able to then utilize that as part of a recent comp to give a better value to the listing for your for your property. So again, this can all be used in many different ways, but I just like to share that with you so that you can kind of see the subject property profile search that the software does provide you with. When we go back up at the top here, you can see again who the current owner is of the property address. When we come over here to options, this is where it's going to allow you to be able to do a search of the property. Down below here where it says Radius Farm, this is what you're going to be choosing to access that data. So here you'll be able to create the name of the farm that you're going to remember how you're going to be working it. So I'm just going to be putting Joe Test Farm. And I'm assuming that this property is a single family home. So you can see down below, it gives you use codes. So if you are just farming an area because you're just trying to go make connections and find listings for yourself, then you may want to just do all, and it's going to give you all the properties that fall within single family condo or townhomes. So that's what I would encourage you to do. But if you're doing it for a listing that you've just gotten, then I would say I would do it based off of that particular property. We'll say this is a single family home, and maybe I want to just do a half a mile. Max records, I always default to the 2000. If you don't change any of the diameter or the max record specifications, then it's always going to default to a quarter mile and 100 records. So as I said, always default to the 2000 because that's going to give me, I know that I'm always going to get the max records within that radius of the farm that I'm searching. So that's what you can see, half mile, 2000, and I'm just searching single family. And you always have to agree to the data usage, which basically is saying that you're using this for yourself, that you're not selling this data, that this is for your own marketing and research purposes. Once you've filled in all of your information, you're going to hit create farm, and then it's going to process the information and transfer that into your farm manager. Your farm manager will, as you can see, will be a index of all of the different farms that you're currently working. And you can see I have 14 pages of farms. So you can have quite a few of them that you're navigating. You'll see the farm name that we designated in our search parameters, shows you the date that you created the farm. It always gives you a grade of your farm, just like a school grade between A and a D. And basically this is telling you how many potential investment with a turnover rate. So you can see over here that in this area, we have a turnover rate of 17.86%, which is phenomenal because if you look down below here, most are, just over the 5%. I don't have anything that's that high. So that's crazy with only 228 records. So super good farm. And then you can see that I have 28 records. So to access the data in the farm, you're going to click on the name of your farm. And this is where it's going to show you all of the data for each individual property. You can have more than 10 records on your display screen, but for training purposes, I always keep it at 10 only so that I can keep quick access to the blue taskbars at the bottom. So what people really find most interesting and most hot for their farming and searching is what we call our hot movers. So when you come up at the top here where it gives you the complete farm, it's going to give you a bunch of different filters that are going to take these 28 records and it's going to shorten it out. So you can see we have quite a few free access. So complete farm, recent buyers, out of state, absentee, long-term homeowners. But then when we get down to the bottom where it says favorites and flagged, you'll see premium data and a $sign. This is where if you wanted to look for notice of defaults, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to tell you that there's no records, that's a premium upgrade. And that is where I would have you go to the help screen to find out what your options are for that. So just wanted to share. before we get in to the hot movers. So if we scroll down here and we come to hot movers, I'm pretty sure we're going to have quite a few based off of the turnover rate. Maybe not. But hot movers, and I'll pull up another one of my farms that you can see. Hot movers are what we consider to be sellers that are likely to list and sell their properties within the next 12 to 24 months. This is artificial intelligence driven. The software has this algorithm that is very specific to things that are high indicators of activity with these particular homeowners. So they don't, I would not encourage you to go and knock on these doors and say, hey, I understand you're a hot mover. They're going to be like, I'm not planning on selling anytime soon. They may not realize that they're going to be selling, but based off of life activities, maybe they've been searching for jobs on Indeed. Maybe they've been looking at Zillow or maybe realtor.com. Maybe they just got married. Maybe they just got divorced, had a baby, like different things that they're doing. Our software can filter that out and puts them in this hot mover category. But I will tell you, I had a agent in one of my offices just recently utilize the hot mover filter to target a neighborhood that a buyer missed a property out of a year ago and used the Polygon search and came up with hot movers and outreach to each one of those hot movers and was successfully able to negotiate a transaction with that seller for her buyer and went under contract. So it is working. I know for a fact that it worked. I have a very close relationship with this realtor. That's my first success personally, but not the first success of the software. So again, you can use this data for many different ways to incorporate it into your business. So since this farm doesn't have hot movers, I will go and explain the data with regards to the individuals. So you'll see it shows you the owner's name, the site address, where the property, when it was purchased originally, what they purchased it for. Here it shows you the property parameters, square footage, when they purchased the property. But the great thing is that it will also disclose their mailing address. So for example, if we were to go up here to occupancy and sort for absentee owners, you'll see that we have 4 absentee owners. So you will see that their mailing address is different than the site address. So you'll be able to communicate with these people directly based off of their mailing address, if that is something that you would like to do and know that you're getting direct communication with those homeowners. Also, you'll see it shows the other owner's name, absentee, and how many years that they've been in the property for. So again, just another way to have direct contact with your farm. Going back to the all, you'll see here that even the occupied, it does show how many years that they've been in them. So if maybe you wanted to just focus on long-term owners, you can go and sort for long-term owners because long-term owners have a lot of equity. So we just sorted from 28 to 15, and you'll see here that we have how many years that they've been in the property. So you could do mailings to them if you wanted to see if they might be interested in selling, or maybe inviting them to open houses as well. So I see that there's some questions, Joe. Is there anybody that's asked anything that I can answer in regards to utilizing the filters?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let me know if any guys got chats. I love the idea how you can just pull an absentee owner specifically out of a farm, because that's a good lead source. People have equity in their properties right now. They might be thinking about just really truthfully cashing out in the more short term, versus holding on for a little bit. So in the chat box, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask anything if you want her to kind of specifically touch on something. Did I see contact phone numbers? Vincent asked.
So that's a great question. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to the complete farm. So down here at the bottom of the screen where you see add new record and actions, in the actions tab, you can get emails and phone numbers for your farm. So you'll kind of come here to get emails and phone numbers. You can do it based off of site address or mail address, whatever your preference is. I always encourage going and sorting based off of email and phone, all records, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So on our 28 records, it'll cost you $3.28 to access the phone numbers and emails. They're telling you here that you have a potential match of 75 and 70% of those emails and phone numbers. If you don't want phone numbers, because as we know earlier, they're not scrubbed against the do not call, but if you just want to focus on doing email outreaches, you can deselect the phone and you'll see that you can get emails and it'll be approximately $1.60 based off of the information that they're able to give you. And that data is sent to you in a CSV file and is in your custom data over here in the left-hand column. This is where your CSV with phone numbers and emails would be. You would go up here where it says purchase probate cases, do it the drop down to previous reverses, and then it would be here in a CSV. And if you have a larger farm that you're working, it will let you know when when that data has been uploaded into your data file. You'll get an email notification from them. So it's very easy to use. So does that answer your question?
Yep, he was like very nice, so good stuff. And I'm assuming if for anyone that wants to you're gonna be able to provide access for everybody to have their own account. Pretty much,
Yes.
DD will send you guys like a code that you use when you log in to create your free account, and
Yep.
you guys will have access to all this, and you'll have DD, and obviously with any questions I can help with. But DD is a great resource. So when she showed this to me, it blew my mind. I felt like a lot of agents we're sleeping on this free access to have this information. And I love the fact that you can pay, let's just say $1.60 for the specific 8 hot leads in a community versus having to commit to $50 to $90 monthly fees by purchasing other programs. So I do like that a lot.
So I do want to show you too, which is great because I know in our real estate business we operate off of CRM systems, right? So sometimes you're like, okay, how do I access this so that I can actively work it with my real estate office's CRM system? So at the top here where we have our filters where we can sort our information and data and be very specific. If we wanted to, you can come over here. I call it the greater than, less than sign, the alligator mouth, but this is where you can export data. So you can see down below here where you have download CSV. If you wanted to, you could download the CSV file for this farm with all of the content that you're seeing here today. But if you wanted to download the content that was specific to your CRM operating system through your real estate company, then you would come down here to CRM exports. And depending upon the company that you work, you can see we have quite a few different types of CRM systems that are here. If by chance you work and operate on a different CRM that's not currently listed here, please let me know because we can get you in touch with the software team so that they can find out what your software is and how to get a conforming CRM option here so that it will be easier for you to work in your real estate business. So I'm just going to pull up here like Chime. So if you were to want this information to go into Chime, you would click Chime. And then it's going to process. And you can see up here, I have my Excel format. I'm going to open it. And then if I can, there we go. So you can see is all of the data that Chime needs. And I am going to then go like I would normally to save as, and then where I'm designating it to go to. And I'm going to rename it. So it would be Joe's Test Farm. And then when I go into Chime, then I'll go into where I've saved my farm file and then just pull that farm file into my Chime software. So then now I have all of that data from these farms, from this farm in my CRM. So now I can start working that in creating drips or, mailers, inviting them to open house for the property I just listed, or, maybe after I've just sold it, I can say I've just sold the property. Would you like a market analysis? Now you've become like an expert in their neighborhood. So of course you want to be the first person to be in touch with them. Because as you know, NAR says that
Hey, Didi?
70, yep.
Real quickly, look, I see a couple comments saying the screen froze. Are you moving your mouse? I don't know what, I can hear you clearly, but I don't think the screen is moving around.
So are you seeing anything?
I see this, now you do. I do see it now.
So
And
did you
that's
see the CSV file or no?
I see it, but
No.
not open. No.
If you clicked it, we didn't see that.
Are you seeing it now?
It paused with open file where the mouse was over there.
Okay, because I have it open with the Excel format for that file.
We don't see that.
Okay, I don't know why, but I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you see the screen back with the Live Farm Pro?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, when you get into your farm, once I give you access to it, if you have questions with it, call me and I will walk you through so you see what I was telling you. I've got pretty good memory recall, so I don't need to be on a Teams call with you, but I'm happy to do a Teams meeting one-on-one with you if you have questions over it too. But remember, anytime you want to export data, up here at the top where you have the greater than, less than sign or alligator mouth, that's where you're going to be able to do any of your exporting. One of the other cool features too that I love, because I'm about working smarter, not harder, is if you are a person who likes to mail things, they have simplified this for you. The software has, if you see the print label tab that I'm marking right now, it's going to allow you to sort the data that you have with, I would do it on both names' site address, because then if they are an absentee owner, then it's going to automatically update on the label generator for where they're having their mail sent. So tell me if you see the PDF when I open it up.
Yeah, we do see it. It looks real nice. I didn't upgrade this account yet, and I know it has 2 minutes on this particular call. I don't know if it'll let me just upgrade on the spot to extend it, but I do
That's okay.
see the stickers.
Yeah, but you can see it makes it very easy for you to do and create your mailers and sending out if you're doing, monthly calendars, or you're doing, Buccaneer, football calendars that you're sending out to your database. This will be an easy way for you in the software to be able to do that. And you also can take your database and you can import names into this as well, because you can use this system for your your own operating CRM system. Whoops.
Awesome. So yeah, and DD, like I said, for everyone else, if you guys interested, reach out. I want to DD. I sent DD you guys an email. You guys communicate. Do however you guys want to connect. If you're interested, contact me directly, and we'll put this together and team you up with DD so you guys have this access. Okay. So sorry for the call cut short on this go round, but we'll follow up. And thank you, DD, very much.
Thanks,
Thank
DD.
you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks,
my
Dee Dee.
pleasure.
All right. We'll stay in contact. Thank you guys for joining. We'll do more of this.
All right,
Okay, thank you,
perfect.
Joe.
All right. Thank you. Bye.